Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffrey Noodle Legs here today. Today I've got a top 10 for you. I seem to have neglected my top 10s for a little while, so I've got one for you today. Today I'm going through my top 10 favourite horror box sets. Now, to qualify to go into my top 10, you have to be a group of movies, not one single movie. Because I do have lots of box sets like Dawn of the Dead, which is like a 4-disc box set, but it's 4 different versions of the film and stuff like that. So I haven't included that. I've got the box sets of like American Werewolf, Henry, the Portrait of a Serial Killer, all films like that that are box sets, but they're just one sort of single film. So I've put to qualify into this top 10, you have to have more than one movie. Okay. So that's why that's my only rule to myself in this. But I don't know why I'm putting rules on myself. It's crazy, right? But I'll probably do a top 10 favorite box sets for like the single films that are really cool. But anyway, let's get cracking. Before I go to the top 10, I've got 2 honourable mentions because both of these are horror films, but these are Japanese sort of monster horror films. This first one is the Dimension box set, which is a 1960s movies, Japanese sort of monster movies about this sort of giant statue and god looking over a village. Now, I believe I've done a review of this box set on my page. So why not go and have a little look and check it out so you can see check that out. But I'm sure I've done a review of that. So that's an honourable mention. Another honourable mention goes to another Japanese monster set, and this is the Gamera set. And now, obviously, these are sort of like monster flicks, very similar to sort of Godzilla, the sort of Japanese sort of monster films. But they're really, really cool, and they're both being released by Arrow. This one's got 4 movies in it. There is another box set available with an earlier films. These are like the 90s sort of films, I believe. But there is a box set of the earlier films, and then there's a box set with all of them in, which is stupid money. But yeah, they're my 2 honourable mentions. Didn't get in there sadly, just because I don't know, because they are real niche sort of market, and not to everyone's sort of taste. I like them. I love the tackiness of them, and I like the creatures and the monsters. They're hilarious, but they're really cool. But I'm sure I've done a review of Dimension on my page. Go and check that out if I have. It's quite cool. Right, so we're getting to the top 10. Number 10, I've had to put in number 10 because I've only just got it, and I've only just watched one movie from it, but I was looking forward to it. And this is my Species box set. This goes in the top 10 because it's a really nice set by 88 Films, and it contains quite a lot of extra features in there. And it's cool. It's 4 movies, and it was really well priced. I got it for about 20 quid, something like that. It was silly money. I just thought, oh, I'm going to grab that for that price. So it was £21 or something like that. So I grabbed that. So that's in at number 10. It may go up higher at some date once I've watched all the movies. I have watched the first one and done a review on my page, so that's out there. I do plan on reviewing the other 3, so keep your eyes out for those. That will come into my page at some point. Right, number 9 is another Arrow box set. Quite a few Arrow box sets in here, and this is of the Children of the Corn movies. Really, really cool box set. Really awesome movies. I love every single one of them. The only reason it's at number 9 because it was, as you all know, when I talked about it, I was sold it as a 4K box set, but it's only one film that's 4K. The other films are just Blu-ray. So that was the only thing it's knocked it down to number 9. They've all been 4K. They've probably been a bit higher, but they're really cool films. This has got the first 3 films of the Children of the Corn franchise, which there is a number of other films that are not in this box set. But obviously they're owned by different companies, so they're not in that box set. So that's my number. Is that 9? Yeah, number 9. Number 8. Quite a few people's favourite horror films, not one of mine. Nightmare on Elm Street. This is in there because it includes the films, all of them. except the sort of remake that was done, or reimagine, whatever it was that you want to call it. But this is a cool little box set, and it contains like all of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. I'm going to do a review of some of these movies, not all of them. I'm going to have a look around to see what ones have been reviewed quite a bit on YouTube and do the opposites. So, but I do have quite a few extra features on there. So that's in at number 8, Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 7, really cool box set that I picked up. It's the Herschel Gordon Lewis box set, the Feast box set. This is really cool. It contains quite a few of his movies in here. I'm not sure how many movies there are. I think there's 2 per disc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's about 14 movies on this set. That's really cool. Includes his classic Blood Feast, which is like one of the first sort of like gore sort of films that would come out in the 1960s. Yeah, Blood Feast is in there. The Wizard of Gore, the Gruesome Twosome, She Devils on Wheels. There's quite a few different movies on there. They're not all horror. Some of them are just sort of exploitation sort of films, and some of them are just horror. But it's a good set to have in there. I like it. I really like Blood Feast. I think it's a really underrated sort of classic. When people talk about classics, they always talk about Psycho and things like that. And I think Blood Feast is just as important as Psycho and Night of the Living Dead. I think Blood Feast was also an important movie for the time because it wasn't afraid to hold back on the gore. So that was really cool. So that's in there at number 7. Number 6 is a DVD box set. I've got a couple of DVD box sets in here. And this is the Wrong Turn box set. It doesn't include the latest one, sadly, because I've had this for quite a while, but it's got the other 5 in there. And I do like them. I love the first one a lot, and they seem to get... It's one of those franchises that I think, personally, in my own opinion, got better as it got along. I think it became more gorier, and it became more absurd and stupid. So it became better as it went along. I do like the Wrong Turn movies. So it's really cool to have this set in my collection. I don't own them on Blu-ray. There probably is one out there, but I've not got it. I've not got any plans. The only box set I'd really love that's coming out is they got a Paranormal Activity box set, the Ultimate Collection it's called. But I've got all the movies, so I'm thinking, do you really buy it again when you've got all the movies? Especially when you said that you don't do that. So I don't know, because it's one of my favourite films. I do love Paranormal Activity, and I am tempted, but it's got quite a high price tag, about £50 or £60. I think it's even more than that, actually, maybe 70. But I probably won't. We'll see what happens. Anyway, the top 5. Number 5 is a 4K box set, and it's the Predator films. This is really cool. It contains the first 3, I believe. Predator, Predator 2, and Predators. I do have the other one, but that's not, sadly, not in the box set. But yeah, that's a really cool box set. It's got quite a few extra features in it. The reason why it's in there, because the transfers are phenomenal. They did release the original Predator on normal Blu-ray when it came out, and it looked terrible. It really, really poor. But they've been remastered again, and it looks amazing. The only one that looks a little bit shocking is number 2 on there, which it is what it is. But that's my number 5 favourite horror box set. So we're going down to the top 4, and they're all classics now. All classics from now on. Number 4 is a set of 7 movies starring Chucky, and it's the Child Play box set. This has got all of them in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Really good set. It's a nice box. I do like the box set. I was kind of hoping that was a window when I first bought it, but it's not. It's a picture on there. But yeah, it's a cool box set. Let's open it for you. Oh, it's a little catch. So it's cool, and this sort of tray thing comes out, and it's got like all the movies in there. So that's really, really cool. Cool box set. I've never seen the TV series. Is it any good? Let me know down below if it's any good. I tend to avoid TV series. One, because work and stuff, and never I miss episodes and stuff like that. And one, it's always I think a little come down or not as good. I mean, a lot of people say how good Ash vs Evil Dead is, but do you know what? I've seen a few episodes, and I've to be honest, I'm a little disappointed by them, you know. But there we go. But they're not long, are they? Either episodes are like half an hour or something. So I struggled to get into it. So I tried to avoid TV ones, but I'd be interested to know what the Chucky ones like. Someone could let me know. That'd be cool. In number 3 is an Arrow video set, and there's a new remake of this coming out in October. And this is the Hellraiser box set. This just contains the first 3 movies. This is on the Arrow. That's cool. I'll show you the movies. There we go. It contains just the first 3. But this is quite high because they're amazing films. And also, there's some great special features on this set. There's one particular, like a documentary, that's like an hour and a half long on each disc about that certain movie. It's really, really cool. There's so many good extra features on there. It's just good value for money. And it's only about 25 quid to pick this up. And they're all great movies. You know, they're all out there. They're all sort of Lovecraftian sort of films. Clive Barker's brain is incredible. It's his imagination. Really, really cool. So just seeing if I missed anything out. So I'm down to my top 2. It's a DVD box set number 2 because I can't find it on Blu-ray in the UK. This is the Anchor Bays edition of Halloween. This contains all the movies. It includes up to H2O. H2O is the last one in here, so it hasn't got Resurrection, but I've got that. And if you've checked my channel out, I have done a review on Resurrection as well as Halloween 2. I have done reviews on them, but this has got all the other movies apart from the Resurrection and the new ones, you know, the 2018 films. But yeah, as you can see, it's got all the other movies, so all in the wrong order. I love number 5, Curse of Michael Myers. I think a really underrated one. Probably do a review of that actually. Maybe even on Halloween. That might be my Halloween review film. 3, 2, 1. Now I've got number 1 now so many times. I've got it on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. I know. But there we are. That's number 2, my second favourite box set. So you all know what number 1's going to be. I was going to put Alien in here, but I've decided to leave Alien out. Simple reason being because I've put it in so many things as being my favourites, and you all know that Alien the movie is my favourite movie of all time, and I love Alien 3, and I love Prometheus and Covenant, but I'm not a fan of Aliens. So because I didn't like that film, I didn't put it in. So my number 1 is one of the films that I actually like, all of them, and it's Friday the 13th, because it's my favourite sort of horror franchise. Although Halloween's my favourite horror film, this is my favourite franchise because I like every film that's in the franchise, including the 2 that are not in here, which I have on Blu-ray, which is Jason Go to Hell and Friday Jason X, and also Freddy vs. Jason's not in this. But it takes you all the way up to that, up to Jason Manhattan, which is the last one on here. So this has got like the first 8 of 8 Friday the 13th movies. It's my favourite box set. I watch this all the time. It's got so many cool features on it. Again, it's got loads of documentaries. It's got episodes of the little TV series that they did. And it's a really, really cool, nice set. Really nice. Some of them, the last ones have got 2 movies on the discs. That is my only grumble. It's like they start off, when you get past the final chapter, all the rest are all on like 2 on 1 disc. I would have preferred them on their individual discs. Just nice to keep that sort of consistency up, you know, to make it the same. But they were great films, you know, absolutely love these films. So that is my favourite horror box set. like I said, there are others that I've missed out. Halloween I didn't put in here. I've got Scream 1, 2, and 3. I've got the Hannibal Lecter movies, box set, and there's so many sort of Planet of the Apes. You know, the House box set, which I did again. I left that out because I've done a review on it on my page. I don't want to overdo it, doing the same things over and over and over, because you're going to just turn off eventually. You know, so I don't want that to happen. So I've included a few that I maybe have not sort of spoken about before, like The Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never mentioned this film before on my, because it's not one of my favourites. I mean, a lot of people are, oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger was just, I just couldn't connect with it. Jason, I got to like that. And Michael Myers got to like that. You know, I just connected with it. Even Chucky, you know, connected with it. But something about Freddy Krueger, I just didn't. I just thought, I think because it came out like after Michael Myers, after Jason, I thought, oh, is this someone just cashing in on, you know, like another sort of like another slasher guy? So I think that's what kind of happened. And my young brain just sort of worked out things like that, thinking, oh, maybe it was just sort of like another thing to cash in on, you know. And I just thought, no, no. But obviously it's not. But I know, this is my stupid brain. It is what it is, guys. But they're my top 10 favourite horror movies, box sets. What are yours? Put them down below. You know, what ones do you really, really like? Just let me know. It'd be cool to hear some of your sort of some of your likes. But anyway, guys, go and check out some more channels if you get a chance before uh, my next video. Obviously, there's Horror Hands. Check his video out. I love the guy. He's amazing. And his dad's been doing some amazing videos on his channel of painting some sort of Universal monster sort of bus and some horror, Hammer horror sort of bus. So check his channel out. It's really, really cool. Pizzlewell, check his channel out. He does a great sort of he does a lot of reviews, not just of films, but of things like Michael Myers masks. He's got loads of them. Him and Jeremy are fantastic when they're on there together. He does a few film reviews. He does some, I believe he does a few lives. I never get on his lives because he's based in America, so his lives are always like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm fast asleep. So check his channel out. Check out Man v Film. He does some really good, honest reviews. He does not just horrors, he does all sorts of films. That's Man v Film. Please go and check his channel out. Horror and Todge, yeah, he posts quite a few sort of like pickup videos. He tends to go around quite a few sort of HMVs and sort of what's that one? CEX. He tends to go around sort of like these sort of places, and so he's got quite a few of those on the channel. And Sarah of Horror, yeah, she does some reviews. Yeah, she's worth having a little check out. RS Designs, Russell, my friend, he does a great little channel. He does a lot of mostly sort of tarantula content, but you know, I am trying to get him to do some sort of like horror content on his page because he loves his horror movies. So I'm like, well, do some, but hopefully he will. So go and check his channel out. And of course, the Horror Geek. Now he does lots of movie reviews, but he does them in a comedy way. He's sort of like he loves the films, but he does them in sort of quite a funny way. So check that channel out as well. Anyway, guys, till next time, please look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope that I'll see you all soon.